All right, here we are in the KEXP live room. I was like 100 feet away and I heard this band rehearsing, so I'm excited for this. It's live on KEXP. I'm your host, Troy Nelson, from listener-powered independent 90.3 FM KEXP in Seattle, 92.7 in the Bay Area, broadcasting live in Seattle and streaming 24 hours a day, 7 days a week at KEXP.org and our free mobile apps. And these live performances are made possible by people like you. So thank you so much for supporting KEXP. Well, this band is longtime friends of KEXP. We are so happy to have them back, and I'm talking about Cloud Nothings, and if you're all ready, take it away.
Here we go. Thanks. All right.
Awesome. You're listening to Cloud Nothings live here on KEXP. Wow. I was just watching the drummer on that track, and I don't know how you do that. It's insanity. Cloud Nothings live on KEXP. Fantastic as always. It's been, how long has this been going? 14 years?
Yeah,
something like that.
14 years of being a band.
14 years of being in a band. Some bands last a year. And some longer, but it sounds like you got a good thing going, and it's still happening. So
True.
Yeah, thank you for this new record, Final Summer, as well. How have the travels been so far, making it to Seattle?
Oh, it's been good. We got up really early and drove here, but everybody here's so nice that it's okay.
Okay,
I
that
feel
helps.
I feel no resentment for the early hour.
Awesome. I'm always fascinated by artists' history, and Dylan, I want to go all the way back to your childhood. And I'm going to be talking about one of your first favorite bands in a sec, but the band that I'm talking about, you were introduced to through the TV show Kablam. Do you remember that?
Is it going to be They Might Be Giants?
You got it.
This is like a Nardwuar interview. This is crazy. Yeah, I love They Might Be Giants.
Yeah, so they
They're a
showed
great
up on
band.
this. They showed up on this kids' TV show, Kablam. I had never heard of Kablam before.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Kablam was good. It was an answer to a trivia question at the bar the other day, too. Henry and June, the main people in Kablam. Yeah, animated, weird show. Yeah, some of it was kind of like half live action, but They Might Be Giants did that. I think Particle Man was on there. And the video for that, The Sun Isn't Massive, like that song was on there. Yeah,
And you loved their album John Henry. I think that was the first album.
I think that was probably the first one I got. Yeah. It's a great record.
Yeah, excellent. And speaking of your childhood, you and I are very similar, where I also thought that I was kind of the weird kid in school. You know, I felt like I had these wild and creative ideas. And I had this one teacher in 5th grade that would actually showcase my stories and display them in the classroom. And she was very supportive, made me feel less weird. And would you say that your teacher, Miss Keel, was that person for you?
Miss Keel was pretty cool. Yeah, she was like a high school teacher. Yeah, high school English teacher. And yeah, she was just super nice and supportive of all the stuff I was into. I think she just thought it was cool.
Yeah,
So.
I was surprised my teacher because I, just felt kind of strange and odd. My stories were pretty wild, but I actually found my teacher, Miss Boudall, on Facebook and hadn't talked to her in 30 years and messaged her and told her how important that was. And so when I heard you talking about this Miss Keel, I thought about that. And also, of course, you've been inspired by all kinds of music from your typical classic rock bands like AC/DC and Led Zeppelin, but also you love a wide range of music like the Jamaican band called the Congos, and specifically their album Heart of the Congos, to music from the record label Awesome Tapes from Africa, to many, of course, modern contemporary indie rock bands. But please tell myself and those who may not be familiar, what is the significance of the album Any Other City by the Scottish band Life Without Buildings?
Significance in the grand scheme of things, I don't know. But in my life, it was pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I listened to that a lot. There was like a European tour we did where we were actually like just touring, and the van was like pumping fumes like into the car the whole time. So we were just like breathing in like exhaust, and I was listening to that record a lot. So yeah, it affected me in some way because of that. But also, yeah, the guitar playing on that record is amazing. Yeah, and I've ended up becoming kind of friends with the guitarist of that band, which is pretty cool. Yeah, he lives in Glasgow still, and so met him last time we were there.
Yeah, I hadn't heard Life Without Buildings till I was doing some research, and it just sounds amazing. Yeah, so thanks for introducing me.
Yeah, very kind of like idiosyncratic, one-of-a-kind band.
And speaking of Life Without Buildings, you had two albums back-to-back, 2017's Life Without Sound, and then 2018's Last Building Burning. Were these nods to?
No, that's a mistake on my part. Yeah, I didn't mean to do it like that, but we did. Yeah, so it must have. Yeah, the fumes got to me.
The fumes got to you, and
made a mistake.
You also have a free jazz band that got to play a show with the genius Susan Alcorn. What can you tell us about Susan?
That was awesome. Yeah, that's me and Jayson. We do or actually, that was us with John Kalagi, wasn't it? That played with Susan? Yeah, our friend John Kalagi lives in Providence. We did a thing called Iceberg, and we got to play with Susan, who's like an amazing pedal steel player. She grew up playing in like rodeos and stuff, just doing like country things, and now she does really experimental music. But it was really cool, and we got to like play with her at the end too, all together, kind of doing a little improv thing.
Wow.
It's fun to like meet really crazy good musicians and trick them into playing with us.
Yeah, legendary musicians. Where was that at? That show was that in Cleveland or?
It was.
Yeah.
Where was that though?
What's that place called?
Nighttown.
Nighttown?
Yeah, a little like jazz club, but we were in like a small room.
Sure.
Yeah.
Obviously, we recently lost Steve Albini. I'm sure lots of people have been asking you about this because it was such a shock to everybody. In fact, we dedicated an entire day of playing his music and paying tribute and playing the artists that he recorded. And of course, you've gotten to work with Steve Albini a couple of times. What can you tell us about your personal takeaway of working with him?
It was just cool both times. He's a legend.
Yeah.
So yeah, even I remember like showing up the very first day, and he was wearing one of those like big shirts that have like a wolf howling at the moon on it, and it was just like immediately like, oh, he's just like a goofball. Like, okay, yeah, but he was like, yeah, he's very nice, super easy to work with, really like friendly guy when it comes down to it. So yeah. It was really like sad when he passed. Yeah,
absolutely. Yeah, he seems like I never met him, but he seems like one of those guys that's exactly how he is in interviews when you hang out with him in person. Pretty much like he's just himself.
Yeah, he's just pretty straightforward.
He's very
straightforward guy.
Yeah, totally. Speaking of producers, we're talking about now the most recent album, Final Summer. Did you get to record this at Uniform Sound? I know you recorded with Jeff, and Jeff has that studio, Uniform Sound. Is that where this was recorded?
Yeah, it was there. I think he recently moved from like his original location to a different one in like Kensington and Philly, where I live. But yeah, we got to go there, do that with him for like a week or so. And then my friend Sarah Tudson mixed it, and then our friend Jack Callahan mastered it. So it was like going all over the place. But yeah, it was a or international, whatever.
Sure.
National record.
Yeah. Sarah, so is that the connection between Cloud Nothings and Illuminati Hotties?
Kinda. She's really good friends with my girlfriend Sadie, and that's how I ended up meeting Sarah. And we're just kind of buddies now. Yeah, I went to her wedding a couple months ago. She's on her honeymoon right now in Portugal. Yeah, not to like dox my friend here on the radio, but yeah, Sarah's cool. Yeah.
Awesome. And anything that you're looking forward to next? Anything that's coming up that you look at your schedule and you're like, I can't wait to get to this spot? I mean, of course, after now you've been here. What's next for you that you're excited about?
What is coming up? Well, we're about to do the rest of our tour. We're finishing up today with Truth Club, who we've been on tour with for a little bit, and they're great, and we've been having a good time with them. But our friends in the band Idle Ray are joining us, which is Fred Thomas, who's like a Detroit legend. He's been in a million bands now, and I'm excited to kind of finish out the tour with them and head back home. Yeah.
Great. Well, once again, we've, just been big fans, and we've been friends for a long, long time, and you're just still making music that people get excited about. All the reviews have been fantastic for this new record, so thank you once again for taking the time and stopping by the KEXP studios.
Thanks for having us.
Absolutely. Once again, you've been listening to Cloud Nothings live on KEXP.
Discover new music at listener-powered KEXP.org.